Good afternoon, everyone. I am Safwa Besharati, and it's a pleasure to be virtually presenting to you today on behalf of my team, Mandy and Barbara, on open data and the digital humanities in the time of COVID-19. So recently there's been a move towards our traditional modes of publishing, towards what's called data journals and database papers. Now, one of these new and I would say revolutionary database journals is called the Journal of Open Humanities Data. Now, since this is a virtual meeting, I think all of you are on some kind of a laptop or iPad or computer, so I'd encourage you to quickly search for JOAD, and during the rest of my lightning talk, take a look at the journal and the kind of data papers that it publishes. Now you'll see that it focuses on database papers from a variety of humanities-based disciplines, so ranging from linguistics to different languages, religious sciences, political sciences, and even psychology. And the purpose of these data papers is to make data and the data process open and accessible to a variety of researchers from different backgrounds. Now, in speaking about JOAD, you might be asking the question, what is a data paper and what is a database journal? So traditionally, when you run an experiment or you conduct a study, you publish based on your results. So you publish one paper based on the results of your study. But what this actually does is that it neglects the massive amount of work that you've done around data collection and the process of actually cleaning and creating your data, which is what a data paper focuses on. It focuses not just on your results, but on your data and on the reuse potential of your data. So a database journal runs in parallel or as a complement to your traditional results-based paper. So after you finish the study, what's really exciting is that you can have two papers, one on the actual results of your study and the other one on your data. So the process of creating your data, on cleaning your data, preparing your data, and what a data journal and what a data paper includes is the site or a source of how you can access that data. So you would upload your data in some kind of open access repository, making the data open and accessible for a variety of researchers. So now that we know a little bit more about data journals and data papers, I'd like to tell you about a really special collection that we started last year that focuses on data in the time of COVID-19 and humanities data in particular. So we've lived through this COVID-19 pandemic for almost 2 years now, and our personal experiences and of course the data shows us that this has made it the defining global health crisis of our time. But our research during this time hasn't just focused on health science research or medical-based research, but this pandemic has had a social effect. And it merits us to look at data beyond the medical sciences and data that focuses on the humanities. So the experiences that we've had, the human-based experiences that we've had during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this paper, or these series of papers, the special collection, really aimed at marking this transformative period of time and by showing our global interdependence and the interconnectedness of our disciplines. So we put out a call about mid last year, not late last year, mid last year, for data-based papers from a variety of humanities-based disciplines. And this has resulted in the publication of 5 database papers so far that has really reached its aim because it's focused on data using a variety of methodologies, so looking at social media, specifically Twitter databases and YouTube databases, but also narrative experiences through interviews, through diary entries, and really different and unique artistic-based approaches in collecting data. And this has been done not just in European countries or countries in the global north, but across the world. So we have some really interesting papers from sub-Saharan Africa, from Dutch communities, from Latin America, looking at Spanish databases, which has really created a unique collection of data-based articles that focuses on this human experience that we've had during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the exciting news is that we have a second call for submissions. So if you are a humanities-based researcher, I would encourage you to submit your paper to our special collection. And if you have any questions on the presentation or on submitting your paper to our special collection, please email me. My email is the first email, or you can also email Mandy, the second email, or Barbara right at the end. You can follow Joanne on Twitter. Also, I'm here virtually at this conference, so I'm hoping I have time to answer a few of your questions as well. Thanks so much for listening.